Ladies and gentlemen, things are starting to get a bit busy again as I prepare for my departure. And in the same way that I had a checklist of things to do once I got here, I have another checklist of bureaucratic nonsense to fill out right before I leave. If you'll recall, the first thing I did when I got here was my Anmeldung, the residency registration. And so that means priority Nummer eins for leaving Germany is my Abmeldung, the kind of anti-residency registration that says I will no longer be living at a certain address. And that has to be filled out and turned in within a week of my departure. And then once I've completed that, that'll allow me to cancel my insurance and close out my bank account. And lastly, cancel my payments for the Rundfunkbeitrag, which is the monthly tax that every household in Germany pays, which supplies funding for the public radio and TV stations. So that's what I've been working on over the past few days, but not today. Today, we're going to be taking a day trip into Heidelberg. I think my last day trip of the trip, quite unfortunately. But we're going to go look at Heidelberg, which is where another one of my roommates is from, and we're going to see what the fuss is all about. If there is any fuss, I don't think there's much of it, but it's nearby, and so I wanted to go check it out and see what it's like. Actually, since the Hauptbahnhof is under construction, a lot of S-Bahn stations are getting closed off in preparation for it, and it's massive remodeling, and so that includes this one, and that means this will be the last time, or one of the last times, that I can use the S-Bahn station here at the university. It's kind of sad. Right, well, welcome to Heidelberg. I guess we'll just wander around and see what there is. It's a cool, kind of modern-looking city. I'm curious to see what the old city looks like, or the older part of the city. I know they have one. I do like being able to see the mountains from the city. I think that's kind of cool. In some of the cities I've been to, I seem to be coming into old Heidelberg now. See what it has to offer. I think this is kind of cute. I mean, the greenery and really the mountain is what's doing it for me, but I kind of like this. Yeah, I don't think this old European city aesthetic is going to get old for me anytime soon, at least. I'm going to miss this. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. What the... So I happened to find a museum for German packaging, like brands and design, but it just so happens that they are closed today for some special exception. What a shame. But as I was saying, this is a very cute street, and is exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about that old European city aesthetic. This architecture is just so nice for such small, simple stores. It's great. I've been seeing this tower for a while, and looks like it's part of a church. Of course it is. Not surprising. Let's go in. So unfortunately this one is also under reconstruction, but relatively modern interior compared to some of the other stuff I've seen, so that's a bit interesting. Right, so on this trip we have, I guess, been on a couple university campuses. A couple weeks ago we were at Karlsruhe, the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, one of the more prestigious schools in Germany, and a few weeks before that we were in Tübingen, one of the oldest colleges in Germany, the University of Tübingen. And right over here is the University of Heidelberg, which is both one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in Germany. So, not bad. considering it's right in the middle of the old city, I gotta say I do quite like that. And just happened to realize in this place, or in this square, is where Nazis had a book burning. So there's a memorial right here. Interesting. Nevertheless, might as well explore. I mean, there's bound to be something interesting on this campus. Not that the sites aren't interesting in their own right. I mean, very impressive for a campus. Yeah, that's a slightly more grandiose church than what we saw earlier. What a view. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, another church. I see. All right. Every time I think I've found a big, nice church in Heidelberg, another, even bigger, nicer church shows up. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do if I find a fourth one. But I do quite like this scenery. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting much, if anything, from Heidelberg, but this is quite nice. I'm kind of curious about the castle up there. Oh, now I'm very curious. I got to admit, I really like Heidelberg. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. This is very, very pleasant feeling city. You know, I think thanks to the €9 ticket, I'm able to have a much more relaxed time exploring Heidelberg compared to most other cities I've been. I don't have to catch a specific train or anything. I can just catch whichever one is convenient for me, since they run every 30 minutes to an hour, which is it's quite nice. And I think that really helps. I don't have to stress out too much about making a certain train or forcing myself to spend a certain number of hours here. I can just spend whatever time I want and then head home. Well, I have now walked from one end of the city to the other and seen most of what there is to see. Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I don't know if it's the best tourism city, but I don't know. I think it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun little day trip out here. I quite liked this. This was a lot of fun. Kind of like to check out the castle before I leave, but unfortunately, it's a bit of a hike. So, I'll see you guys at the top. Gotta admit, this is a really cool castle. The red sandstone is really a really awesome building material that I have not really seen a whole lot of, from what I can remember at least. But very cool. A little bit breezy up here, but absolutely fantastic. Gorgeous. Alright, kind of a cool castle, so I think I can more or less leave Heidelberg satisfied, I suppose, with my expedition. I found another church. How many churches you need in one city? I mean, granted, they're all very nice looking buildings, but come on. Save some religion for the rest of us. Now, obviously, we can't end the vlog without a food review, and today I've got something a little bit different planned. Beer is not something I have intentionally avoided in these reviews per se, but I'm no beer connoisseur, and since there's so much of it in Germany, I figured that I should probably wait until something special came along before I did a beer review, which I think I have managed to do that. Polaner is a brewery I'm already pretty familiar with. I'm actually a pretty big fan of their Spätzle, which, for those who don't remember, is a combination of cola and orange soda that is pretty popular here in southern Germany. But that's besides the point. This is Polaner's Oktoberfest beer. And the reason this is significant is because of the 1,000-ish breweries in Germany, more than 1,000 really, Polaner is one of 6 allowed to serve beer at Munich's Oktoberfest, i.e., the Oktoberfest, the largest beer festival in the world. And this is the beer that they serve there. So, since I won't be in town for Oktoberfest, the least I can do is, I guess, experience the beer that they're going to serve there. That's good enough for me, at least for now. So, here we go. This series is most likely one and only beer review. Prost. It's a little bit darker than your typical Bavarian Helles beer, which is, I guess, what I'm most familiar with. It's not bad. It's a little bit fruity, I suppose. It's a slightly darker. It's just a different flavor, but it's it's good. I guess they have to make these drinkable because they do serve them in like 1 liter glasses, which that is certainly not something I am up for at the moment. So I'm going to stick with the standard bottle size here. But it's good, and like I said, I'm no beer connoisseur, so I can't describe the taste perfectly. But it's a little darker than what I'm used to, and it's a little fruity, I guess. But overall, I'd say it's I guess it's solid. I think I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know anything about beer. So I've got my beer, I've got my spring rolls, and overall, I have to say it's been a pretty good few months. Obviously, it's gone by pretty quick, but I guess that's par for the course with most life experiences, isn't it? I remember in the first vlog that I made, I said very early on that I hope I had nothing but jealousy for that version of me as he was about to embark on this experience. Um, I won't say it's nothing but jealousy. There was quite a lot of nonsense that I had to deal with, especially bureaucratically, but overall, I really do wish I could relive some of the wonder of exploring those cities and getting to see everything for the first time. It's been really fantastic, and I hope I hope seeing this series has helped convince someone out there to go study abroad because I would highly recommend it to almost anyone. It's been a really fantastic experience. It's a really great way to realize how little you know about the world, and I think that's awesome. Germany has been a really cool country to get to know. Not perfect by any means. There are some things that I find quite annoying about it and Europe in general. But overall, it's been really cool getting to see some of the world after really not being able to for so many years. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal. I'm going to enjoy one of my final few, I guess, sunsets here in Stuttgart. And yeah, until next time, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.